Hello students, Namaste. Today our topic of discussion is India-Australia Free Trade Agreement. Okay, India-Australia Free Trade Agreement. This topic is very important for economy point of view and polity point of view. For polity it is important for GS paper 2 and for economy it is very important for GS paper 3 and prelims also this topic is very important. Okay. India-Australia Economic Cooperation Trade Agreement. It is to increase economy and cooperation between the India and Australia nations. Those nations combined and declared and signed an agreement. Recently, Australian Parliament approved this agreement. So it is in news now. So India and Australia sit together and take an agreement. It is mainly on economic cooperation and trade. So it is in news now. Let's see what is the common relations between India and Australian country. Okay, common relations between India and Australia are both nations are in the part of Commonwealth nations. India and Australia are Commonwealth nations. In both countries, parliamentary form of government is present. And India, Australia are a part of Quad. How many nations are present in Quad group? It is 4 countries. It is America, Japan, Australia and our India. Okay. So India and Australia having a common relation because those are Quad organization. And India and Australia are part of Indo-Pacific Economic Framework also. These are the common relations between India and Australia. Now see what are the trade relations between India and Australia. Okay. From India to Australia there is a trade relation of $8 billion from India to Australia. And from Australia to India it is $16 billion. It is saying that from India to Australia only $8 billion. And from Australia to India it is more. It is $16 billion trade agreement with it. Okay. So India having trade deficit with Australia because India is only providing $8 billion trade agreement to Australia. But Australia is providing $16 billion. So India having trade deficit with Australia. The total trade between India and Australia is $25 billion. But by this introduction of India-Australia Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement, India and Australia are trying to improve the trade relations with a total trade of $45.50 billion. It is simply say that both India and Australia took this economic cooperation trade agreement because to increase trade relations from $25 billion to $45.50 billion. It is very helpful to our India and it is also helpful to Australia also. Okay, this deal actually started on April 2022. Signatory ratification and Australia Parliament also recently passed it. Okay. So this relation between India and Australia and economic cooperation and trade agreement will be enforcing from January 2023. India is having already a relationship of this type of economic cooperation trade agreement with 3 nations. It is Mauritius and Singapore and now it is within Australia. Okay, what are the benefits by this economic cooperation trade agreement with India? It is mainly benefits to Australia are Australia have more benefits from it. Those are Indian economy access will increase and to sell their products it is the best place to Australia because India have more population. More population means more needs and wants for the people. So Australia select India for its economic cooperation of trade agreement and it is a main benefit to Australia to sell their products. And dependency on China will decrease to Australia. Australia presence Indo-Pacific region also increase. And steel export from India also increases to Australia. These are the main benefits to Australia by this ECTA agreement. Let's see what are the major benefits for India by this ECTA agreement. India have also major benefits from it. Is export duty 96% will decrease and custom duty also decrease on it. And Australia Indian market access will increase. Daily meat production is exemption to it, and coal import from Australia is also easy and cost become less by this ECTA agreement with Australia. So these are the major benefits to India by this economic cooperation trade agreement with Australia. Let's see what are the major exercises between India and Australia recently occurred. The number one is Ars Index. Ars Index or Ars Index. Ars Index is a bilateral naval exercise between India and Australia. And Air Force exercise called as Exercise Pitch Black is also a famous exercise between India and Australia. What is exercise Pitch Black? And next exercise is it is naval exercise between India and Australia is Malabar exercise. These exercises are very important. Okay, Ars Index and exercise Pitch Black and Malabar exercise. Ars Index is a bilateral naval exercise. Exercise Pitch Black is an Air Force exercise between Australia and India. And Malabar exercise, it is a naval exercise between India and Australia. These are the most famous exercises between Australia and India. And this is about ECTA between India and Australia. Economic Cooperation Trade Agreement between India and Australia. Okay students, if you have any doubt related to this topic or any other UPSC topic or UPSC exam pattern or any other problems in education, please comment in comment section. Okay? And all the best for your bright future and thank you so much.